Professionalism should have let me in this building.
Take your finger out of my face.
What?
You are.
I ain't getting no.
Let me just shut the door.
Professionals, I ain't getting no crazy, bro.
Because who sent you? I cannot answer that.
So who you work with?
I cannot answer
So you
that.
cannot take a picture of my private...
No, don't.
I'm just asking why you would have any reason to video anything outside the post office.
I do have reasons. I have, they're personal right now, for news purposes.
I can't hear you.
They're for news purposes.
News purposes?
Yes.
You can't film out of it.
Photography is not suspicious, and the Supreme Court has ruled that it is.
Say what you want to say. My eyes, it's suspicious.
Okay, well the Supreme Court differs. Okay, well you don't care about the law, or what?
You have the right to film in public, but what happens when someone refuses to accept that? They call the police as if you just committed a serious crime. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we follow citizens exercising their constitutional rights, completely legal, but that doesn't mean they'll be left alone. Tension rises, police show up, and suddenly everyone scrambles to trample on basic freedoms. Will this be a moment where a citizen stands up for themselves, or just another exposure of the system? Let's find out in this video. Denied entry to a public building for refusing to show ID. 4 officers called over a camera.
You come back, you show me to prove who you are.
I don't need to prove to you who I am to stand in public. I don't.
For my safety, you do. And until then, this conversation is over. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
And
we start with the first situation at a veterans building in Atlantic City, New Jersey. A citizen brings a camera to film, only to be confronted by a staff member who seems to believe this building belongs to her. She acts as if she can decide who gets in based on her feelings. Are this citizen's rights being violated, or will these public employees learn a lesson about professionalism? Let's see.
Accessible?
are you filming?
I am.
Okay. Can you tell me why?
I'm just doing a story about Atlantic City. Some of the,
Do you have any credentials?
I do. I work for myself, so there's nothing that I can really show you. If anybody's going to issue a press pass, it's usually the company that you work for.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a public...
It is a city building.
Okay. Veterans home. So.
Okay, I'd like to come in and take some pictures of the publicly accessible areas of the building.
You want to take pictures?
Right.
Now, let me say this. I've seen stories like this before. I just want to make sure this is a legit...
Yep.
And not...
Okay, so I go around.
Yeah, I don't want this to be anti for anybody.
It's not anti for anybody.
Okay.
It's more or less, I'm in town doing a story on the homeless situation. The city just outlawed sleeping in public. They followed that SOTUS law that happened out in Oregon. Atlantic City outlawed it you can't sleep in public anymore, you get arrested. Now all the other areas where I live up in New York, they're all using Atlantic City as an example of how to get the homeless people out of their communities also. So I'm down here working on a story about that. Time when I have a little bit extra time to fill, I go visit public buildings and just record what I can see from in public.
So I'm not really comfortable. You know what I'm saying? If you could show me, I mean, this could be, you can tell me.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you could show me who you are and what you are,
okay.
We could have another conversation.
So I will say this. If this is publicly accessible to the public, it is publicly accessible to me with a camera,
and again,
because that would be covered under the First Amendment as freedom of press.
I have a right.
You do.
To say to you, who are you and what do you want?
Right.
For my safety.
And I've told you what I want to do.
So, and you're saying that.
Yes.
But I need to.
And when I come in there, I'm going to do exactly what I told you that I'm going to do. I'm just going to take pictures, anything that I can see in public.
Yeah, I from you. You know, really. I know how this kind of thing works. So I'm not trying to star in the movie or whatever this is.
By denying me access to this building.
If you won't tell me who you are and what you want, I can deny you access to a public building. That's not how the law works, Miss Karen. This is a public building, meaning the public has the right to enter without showing ID or explaining their presence. Filming public employees at work or capturing the architecture of a government building is not a crime. Only those who lack transparency fear the camera.
Tomorrow you won't even be able to answer your phones if you don't let me in this building.
Just can you show me, why is it a problem?
I don't have credentials.
Why? I mean,
I work for myself.
Listen, when a person
let me ask you this: who issues press credentials?
Built in to even do an appointment.
Yep.
They show a driver's license, so to prove that when they're doing their event. So if you're asking me for this, why can't I ask you?
Well, you can, but I mean, I'm a regular person of the public. I don't. I don't have to give it to you. If I had it,
I am not comfortable.
if I had something that said press pass, I would show you it. I don't. I work for my.
Saying anything.
I work for myself. So can I get your name? Obviously, you work at the building.
Let me give you my whole
Sure.
name.
Sure.
My name is Ninel Lang. That's N-Y.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Richard.
Hi, Richard. Nice to meet you. I am not being confrontational, but I'm being careful.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
And again,
I can tell you with this gentleman right here shadowing me, you won't have any problem.
It's not shadowing me.
Yeah.
He is an employee of the city of Atlantic City. He is in uniform and he is on his job.
Sure.
So he's not.
No, I'm gonna say he could shadow me.
No, he's not security.
Oh, he's not security?
No.
Oh, all right. I thought maybe maybe security or a cop. I didn't know.
No, and you know what? I don't have that here. So this is one of why I am very, very candid in particular on who I let in this building and what your purpose and.
I've given you all that.
Okay. So, yeah, but just show me that.
What do you want? What do you want me to show you?
I want you to show. Look, who are you really?
I told you my name.
You could be
my name is Rich.
You could come in here.
I have my own news network.
You show me something.
Do you know that you're exactly right. I can come in there and do anything lawful that I can do in there. And it shouldn't be you telling me whether or not I can come in this building or not.
Let me just say this. What did you say your name was?
It shouldn't be you telling me that I can come in this building or not. This building should be open for me to come into and take pictures in public.
So let me say this to you on a good note.
Okay.
You come back, you show me to prove who you are.
I don't need to prove to you who I am to stand in public. I don't.
For my feet, you do. And until then, this conversation is over. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
And have a good day.
You have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be standing out here, man.
Stand.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you're witness to this. So
yeah. This
is no need for sarcasm.
No, there's no need for sarcasm. You know what there was need for? Professionalism. And professionalism should have let me in this building. Professionalism should have let me in this building.
Take your finger out of my face.
What?
You are.
I ain't getting no.
Let me just shut the door.
Professionals, I ain't getting no crazy, bro. I ain't getting no crazy.
Just trying to go inside, capture some footage, and observe how things operate. But that's easier said than done because this staff member blocks the entrance. She truly believes this is her building and seems used to mistreating the public if she doesn't like what they're doing. But today might be a day to remember for her. The day she realizes she works for the public and it's the law that decides, not personal feeling.
What's up, gentlemen? Long time no see. So a federal building with a lobby for the public. Anywhere the public can go, my camera can go under First Amendment freedom of press. I want access to this building right here, and I want to go in and I want to record the publicly accessible area, and I want to leave. And I don't want her to infringe upon my rights while we do it. I'd like to come in.
This gentleman is trying to gain entry to this building. I asked for credentials.
I don't need to show you my license. I don't need to do that.
I feel for my safety. I don't know who he is or what his agenda is.
I told her exactly why I was.
Yeah, come in. Not him.
Just hang on.
He's not
Well,
allowed.
this is a publicly accessible building. I'm going to go in. Hey, you can go in her office and talk.
No, he cannot come in my office.
I said you can go in his office.
I just got off the phone with my supervisor. He'll come down if you have any questions for him, same thing, but...
Like I said, I wanted to take some pictures of the public things, get some brochure things, and I'm out of here. Dude, I've been here 45 minutes. I would have been gone in 30 seconds.
So, he's going to go...
Yeah.
Like, that's all we wanted, just...
Yeah,
let her know, okay?
that's cool. Thank you. I appreciate you guys, man.
So what is the problem?
We spoke earlier, feelings about making sleeping in public a crime. Sure. That's all he wanted to get out. Mayor obviously didn't want to speak to him for some reasons. He had some business to attend to. So he was allowed to
So are you guys going to walk with him through here while he does what he wants to do?
I mean,
if that's the case, then welcome. But me alone here? You all with your guns, you can do that. Me by myself?
Well, I mean, we're here.
You're here.
Coming.
Well,
You can't deny people access to the building, though.
Now
that could be a federal lawsuit for the administration.
Now that you guys are here, but me as a coordinator, myself by myself, like I said, I've watched the news in the last week.
Awesome.
And there's been all kinds of crimes been committed. Whether it seems to be a violation or whatever, I'm just saying for my own safety, for my own violation.
Ma'am, I would never even have said a single word to you had you just minded your own business and let me in the building.
He said to me, you're trash.
You are trash. Trash.
See? You see what I'm saying? So
You are trash. That was after you denied me access to the building. After you denied me access to the building.
Calling 4 officers over a man with a camera, and now she wants them to monitor him for safety concerns. I mean, what the hell is going on? This should have ended long ago when the citizen calmly shared his name and reason for being there, and Miss Karen simply let him in. But nope, for some reason she acts like a camera is a deadly weapon, and here we are watching this ridiculous mess unfold. You need permission to film in public. Isn't that just ridiculous?
Not take me in a video. You
Yeah,
don't have the permission.
You.
You cannot have the permission.
Yeah,
to,
can we talk?
You cannot.
Can we talk?
Permission to.
Okay, wait.
Can he wait in the
Okay,
side
wait.
so we can talk?
No, he can.
Moving on to the next scenario. At an auto repair shop in California, a citizen tries to test his knowledge of the First Amendment, but instead of knowledge, he gets a backlash. The employee claims that filming from the sidewalk is an invasion of privacy. When threats and physical contact don't work, they do what they're used to. Call 911. Will this situation protect or violate civil rights? Let's see.
How can I help you, sir?
Oh, I didn't request to talk to you.
I'm sorry?
I didn't request to talk to you.
So what you doing?
I'm taking pictures.
Of what?
Anything I can see in public.
What's the meaning? Who you work?
I cannot answer that. I told him that.
So you cannot have me in the
Yeah, he said I cannot talk to the boss.
Who?
Because
Who sent you?
I cannot answer that.
So who you work with?
I cannot answer
So you
that.
cannot take a picture of my private.
No, don't touch
okay.
my camera, man.
So don't take.
I've been very respectful to you
Okay,
guys.
I'm being respectful.
You touch my camera.
You cannot take a picture of me without letting me who you
I'm
are.
in public.
What's the meaning? You are not
I'm
out
in
in
public.
You cannot be in public. Take a picture of me.
Yeah, I'm
or
taking
my-
public.
Okay, you can turn this thing off.
Don't touch it. Don't touch me.
Okay.
Don't
Fucking
touch.
do it.
Okay,
We're
don't-
not violent people.
Fucking do
Bro,
it.
bro.
I'll knock you
You're
the
not-
fuck out.
Bro,
Okay,
bro, bro,
I'll knock you
bro.
the fuck out.
Bro, we're not being violent or anything like that.
That's okay.
You're being touching us, man. You touch another man? Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you touching us, man? You can't touch us. We're in public.
What when you're in public? What you doing?
We're in public. We're not bothering you guys. We're just taking
Knowing your rights and not knowing them makes all the difference. Take this case, for example. If the shop owner understood constitutional rights, he would have realized this was no big deal. But he doesn't. So he believes no one can film his business from a public sidewalk. And if you don't obey, get ready to deal with the cops.
What do you want to call the cops? What do you want to call the cops for?
He's calling the cops
Why?
to video the people and they don't want to.
It's not
And what
illegal.
was your reason? You don't explain what the reason you take it.
We're in public. Yeah, but it's
That's not the public area. These are the private area.
This is public.
That's the public area.
Yeah,
But
it's
your
okay.
cameras-
It's okay. Google Maps, the same thing.
That's why they call
You know
police.
Google Maps? Google Maps, you can go Google Maps and you can see the same
But
thing.
at least explain it to them.
Maybe I work for Google.
That's explain it to
I
them.
can't. Maybe I work for Google's and you guys don't know that.
And if you work for Google, you have to sign.
I don't have to. Google doesn't give you that. You just pass by with a little truck. And that's it.
Kind of what the purpose is.
Can't.
How hard is that?
I can't. My boss won't reveal that.
If you Google,
My
maybe
boss
get
doesn't
you
want me to
peace.
reveal that though. My
Maybe
boss doesn't want me to tell you guys.
That's
Okay?
it's okay. Because
We're
of Google
peaceful.
Maps.
We came
No,
on
that's
peace.
what you get nervous. You say,
We
what are you
came on
doing there?
peace. Why? You hiding something?
What
You
is
hide
it?
something.
What you doing?
I don't know.
What you talking
I
about?
have no idea. You don't want me to record you? You're hiding something, sir.
Oh, really?
Wanna come here, talk to me here? Go ahead and do. No, you come here. Come here and. That's it.
Are you giving me an invitation?
No, I'm not.
All right, then.
So that's it. So that's it.
Show me. Show me. Let's see how much of a big balls you got. Don't threaten me with a fucking...
Hey, they already called the cops, though. Bro, they already called the cops. They're coming.
know.
So let's see.
Done.
Let's see what the cops
Are
decide
you here
to
to
do.
cause problems or what? I was just
No,
gonna-
we were just walking by.
Well, not take me in a video.
Okay,
You
Yeah,
don't
we're-
have the permission.
You.
You cannot have the permission
Yeah,
to.
can we talk?
You cannot.
Can we talk?
Permission to?
Okay, wait.
Can he wait in the
Okay,
side
wait.
so we can talk?
No, he can wait
can I
there.
have your-
No,
can-
listen
can you
to
eliminate
this.
him
Wait,
so we
listen
can
to
talk?
this. We came in peace. We're walking through, and then we
Yes.
start filming.
Huh?
And then we're
Start-
walking through.
You start filming what? Filming me inside?
Filming anything that we can see
You
in public.
cannot film me. No.
Permission,
You
sir.
don't have the permission to
Maybe
film
we
me.
work for Google.
You cannot.
Maybe we work for Google.
You work for
don't know
Google.
that.
If you cannot take a picture inside
Yeah,
inside my property,
see-
filming me.
I can see your property in Google. I can see this. I assure you that I can see your Google property. Check it out. Go into Google and see your property.
I asked you a call.
I cannot disclose
You
that
should
though.
tell me- you should
I
tell me.
cannot. I cannot.
See,
I cannot
You
disclose
cannot
that.
disclose who you work
I don't know
for.
who you are.
You don't have a permission to take my photo or videos.
I can know who you
That's
are.
it. Do you see me? Do you hear me in your video?
Yeah,
you
we
don't
hear
have
you.
the
We hear you.
permission.
Do you hear
We
me?
hear
You
you.
don't have the permission.
We hear you.
You don't have the permission to have
We
me
hear
in
you.
video.
We hear you.
That's it.
Okay,
We hear
okay.
you.
You don't have a
Okay,
permission.
I'm sorry.
You don't have a permission.
Can I have your permission?
You
to?
don't have a permission.
I don't need it.
You don't have a
Exactly.
permission.
Exactly.
You don't have a
Okay.
permission.
So-
That's it. You don't have a
So
permission.
we're
from
waiting
me.
for cops, right?
That's it. You don't have
We're
a
waiting for the police, right? We're about to leave though, but the police is coming. We wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it, please.
Yeah, we wait for the police.
But I got a warrant.
Hey, remember something? We got everything on film. You came into us and you bothering me.
cannot-
You bothering me. You
can-
bothering me. I
You
never
cannot take a video of me. That's it. That's my right.
been. You bothering me.
You
and
cannot
you
take
bother
a video
him.
of me inside
So-
my property. You can't.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
If you, this is not your house, sir. This is a business.
Okay.
Open to the business.
Okay.
This is a brake shop. I can bring my brake shops here. It's open to the business.
We have all the right to refuse any customer.
Yeah, but I'm not your customer yet. So,
Okay.
so we wait for the cops and see what they said.
And once they leave, what you gonna do?
Hey, if the cops come and they're and you're wrong, you apologize to us.
All right? Like
Is a
man.
deal?
Like a man.
He's not gonna apologize.
Unfortunately, the police didn't show up. Actually, they didn't need to because two men were simply emotionally harmed by a camera in public. Either way, the situation highlights how many people still don't grasp their constitutional rights. But the law is the law. Personal feelings don't override someone else's rights. Postal supervisor unaware of Poster 7 regulation. Call the police to learn the new law.
Are they not allowed to trespass you from private property?
This is not private property. It's federal property.
Post office audits are one of the clearest tests of government understanding or ignorance of civil rights. At a post office in Oklahoma City, a citizen simply exercises their constitutional right, only to be met with resistance from a postal supervisor who seems completely unaware of Poster 7, which allows filming in public areas. The police are called, but will they protect the citizen's rights or deliver an unexpected outcome? Let's see.
Hi there.
Can I help you with something?
No, sir. I'm fine.
Just doing what?
Video recording.
What are you video recording for? You don't,
Well-
need, you don't need to do that outside the post office.
I can.
But what you don't need to do that.
Why do I not need to do that?
What reason would you have to video record anything outside the post office?
Well, before we go any further, may I ask who you are?
Advisor here at the station.
Okay, your name?
My name is Brody Smith.
Okay. All right. Your next question. What was your question, sir? I don't remember it.
I'm just asking why you would have any reason to video anything outside the post office.
I do have reasons. I have their personal right now for news purposes.
I can't hear you.
They're for news purposes.
News purposes?
Yes.
You can't film out here.
You actually can. There's a Poster 7 that gives me permission to do that. I've studied it very well. I'm very knowledgeable on what I can do and cannot do on this property. I've already made mention to your employees in there whenever I was looking at your Poster 7 that I'm going to be staying out of the way, not engaging anybody. And your Poster 7 explicitly gives me permission to do what I'm doing for news purposes. So that's all I'm doing and all I'm
Have you spoken with anyone at our main office?
I don't need to,
Discuss
sir.
that with you.
I don't need to because your Poster
Because
7.
any media recording is supposed to go through their office so that they can.
As far as I know, your Poster 7 is what I'm going by, and that's what I'm going to go by. And it doesn't say on your Poster 7 that I have to get a hold of anybody. It does not. I mean, you can look at it again if you like to and study it, but I really don't, and I'm not bothering anybody.
You're apparently bothered somebody because they called their office. And
Okay, well that's fine. This is going to happen more often. This is a First Amendment audit. Are you familiar with that? Okay.
well, I'm asking why you're here. That's what
Okay.
I'm asking.
Well, let me explain to you what a First Amendment audit. We auditors, we go out and we go to places that we can legally record in public, like on federal property, and we do so. And a lot of it is education to let the people know that we do have a First Amendment right, and I can show you that in the Bill of Rights, to record in public. There's no expectation of privacy. If people don't like that I'm recording, unfortunately for them, that's their problem. Whenever you have the news media that goes out and records a motorcycle wreck where somebody has gotten killed, there's news media that's on public property, like I am here now, taking video of the scene, and there's all kinds of people in the background. They may not like it, but it's the right of the media, in which that's what I am, the media, are able to do because of the, you don't need credentials. They don't actually produce credentials. I'm a private individual.
So you say you're an auditor, so what are you auditing?
Right now, a post office today is what I'm auditing. But I do audit different venues. I'm going to start going to police stations, going inside police stations, government buildings, from the curtilage of the curb banks. Anywhere I can legally go and record, I'm going to do so. And if I have to have engagement with police officers, that's totally fine, because when police officers come out, they're just going to educate the public that I do have a First Amendment right. And like I said, I'm going to continue to do this. And
but I'm still asking a question as to what are you auditing, because you say you're an auditor.
This post office.
What specifically are you auditing? Just watching isn't auditing. You got to have some reasoning for what you're videoing, why you would video people coming in and out.
I do, but right now it might compromise my story, so I actually don't want to divulge that information right now.
That's convenient.
So I just want to record people entering, exiting the outside of the facility, some of the vehicles, the parking lot, the holes in the parking.
Got a very detailed explanation of the First Amendment and what this auditor was doing, but you know what the postmaster did next? Called the police. I mean, there's nothing more to say. Not knowing about Poster 7 is bad enough, but ignoring it after being educated, that's just embarrassing. Now, before the police arrive over up to camera, let's take a quick look at some other reactions inside the post office.
Are you recording me? You have to take my permission? Can I do that?
And that's how you do that. Just go by the camera, go to your vehicle. All right.
Also, want to see police.
Badge number?
People asking, saying you're doing stuff suspicious.
Okay. I don't know what that would be.
Out here filming.
That's it. My First Amendment rights.
Say what?
Just using my First Amendment right to come out here and do a little video. Post office is getting a 2.3 star rating, so I'm here to investigate.
Okay. Sounds good. Carry on.
Okay. Thank you, sir. No, I've already spoke to the employees as soon as I came in, and I let them know that I would not be engaging anybody. I will be out of the way, will not be blocking any entrances.
Okay.
And, well, here we are. So it's okay. I understand them being nervous. They're not used to seeing something like this.
Yeah, I agree.
So, okay, I'm just going to follow behind you. Not too close, of course, but to video this interaction. How's your day going, officer?
It's not too bad.
Well, hopefully your calls don't get any worse than this.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few calls.
Have a good day, officer. Be safe. Thank you, sir. Sir?
Just so you know, I'm not going to push the issue, but they can trespass you and then you'd have to go out there.
Well, they can try, but there's a poster in there. Are you familiar with Poster 7?
With what?
Are you familiar with the rules of the post office conduct on postal property?
No.
Okay. There's a Poster 7. You can go online, and they obviously are not familiar with their own rules. I've been studying this for 2 years before I even started doing audits. So I'm pretty confident I know the laws 1,001%. I'm allowed to do this for news purposes, for media, in certain areas and locations.
Okay.
Are
they not allowed to trespass you from private property?
This is not private property. It's federal property. Federal property. And actually, I don't even really know why. To prove they're so unfamiliar with their own rules, this is federal property, and they called you guys. They should be calling the federal police.
They didn't call. We got a few calls from just people.
Okay, that's clear.
So can a federal employee not trespass you from federal property?
Not without me doing something against the rules.
Okay.
As long as I'm following the rules, their poster in there, and if you would like to look at it or Google it so you can research, because this is going to be a big thing. I just started this. I'm going to go to every post office. I'm going to go to police departments. I'm going to video banks, churches, everything. And I'm going to test my right to record in public, legally, in a legal area.
Yeah.
So, yes, but please just familiarize yourself with Poster 7 and rules on the
It's called Poster 7?
posters.
Let's review this situation. A postal supervisor who doesn't know Poster 7 confidently claims filming isn't allowed, and then a police officer is called, not to enforce the law, but to receive a lesson in the law he should already understand. This proves that while civil rights are protected by law and the Constitution, enforcing them in real life is a whole different challenge. Unaware of constitutional rights, a government office employee calls a citizen exercising their rights weird.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing some tours of the city and county buildings and things like that.
Where are you from?
I'm not from around here. It's far away. I'll just say that.
Well, it's kind of strange you don't want.
Next, a quick audit at a government building in Randall County, Texas. A citizen films in a public space, only to be confronted by an employee. Even after a clear explanation of the law and his legal rights, he is still labeled suspicious, just for holding a camera. Do these public servants understand the First Amendment and Texas law, or will they keep acting on emotion? Let's find out.
What's up?
What are you doing?
I'm just working on a little story.
I'm doing a little story.
Yeah. What's your name?
Tony Sotelo
Tony?
with probation department.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Patrick.
Patrick?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Patrick.
What's going on?
Was there anything we could do? We noticed you walked in and we were feeling.
Well, yeah, I was getting a picture of some of the flowers and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not from around here. I'm just doing a little tour of the city. Do you know what happens to know what's next door? Or?
Yeah, that Judge Bird is Justice of the Peace
Okay.
on the 3rd floor. Tax office and what else? Tax office. Just some of the financial offices for the county.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing some tours of the city and county buildings and things like that.
Where are you from?
I'm not from around here. It's far away. I'll just say that.
Well, it's kind of strange you don't want to tell me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
What's that?
Why is it strange?
Well, what? It seems like you're trying to hide something.
No, nobody's hiding anything.
Okay.
So have a nice day.
I'm pretty sure this employee has no idea about constitutional rights. That's why he calls someone doing something 100% legal weird. Coincidence or not, a police officer quickly arrives. Will he handle the situation correctly, or will things escalate further? Let's see.
Hey, I'll let you get a picture. Here, take a picture.
I'm Tony with probation. And I had this gentleman here coming in and videotaping.
Well, I'll let you get a picture. I said here, take a picture.
So
You got a phone,
I
take a
didn't know if
picture.
you just
Well, it's in the First Amendment. It's in the Constitution.
okay.
Okay, it's a city and county public building. Photography is allowed. I told you my name's Patrick, my first name. I'm just taking pictures.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Well, I think what the issue is being misinformed. If you know the law, then it wouldn't be suspicious, and this guy knows that. He knows.
Well, you just acted a little suspicious.
Well,
What's a concern for me, security-wise?
Well, photography
You
is
get my
not
point, right?
photography is not suspicious, and the Supreme Court has ruled that it's
Say what you want to say.
my eyes, it's suspicious.
Okay, well the Supreme Court differs.
I don't care.
Okay, well you don't care about the law or what?
Yeah, I am. I don't care about the law, really.
Well, you just said
I
you
care
don't
about
care.
the security of my building.
Well, I gave him my first name, that's all he needs. In 3802, I don't have to identify unless I've been lawfully arrested, and you know. Thank you, have a nice day.
You too.
What's your name, Sheriff? Weaver? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
To wrap up this situation, let's make one thing clear. If a building is public property, you have the absolute right to exercise freedom of the press. Filming and taking pictures is not a crime, and if you haven't committed a crime, no one can demand your ID just because you're exercising your rights or because they feel suspicious. Today, we've seen more self-proclaimed legal experts who confidently make up laws based on their feelings. But luckily, civil rights aren't erased just because someone doesn't like being filmed. What do you all think about these reactions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next encounters.